Hi, hi, everybody. My name is Okang, and I didn't expect to make this update so soon. I shared a second video 2 days ago, but there's been some developments, and I thought that I should document it here for my future self, my journey, as well as for my subscribers and those who want to go along this journey with me. Okay, so where do I begin? Um, so August 16th. Today is September the 5th. And on August 16th, I started my period, and it didn't stop. The last time this happened was in it was seven years ago. Yeah. And I had been able to, when I stopped doing the um when I started being going, how do I put this, when I started advocating for myself, and I stopped being helpless and just falling into relying on my doctors to help me, and I started doing my research, I was able to, one, manage my pain levels, two, reduce my bleeding, the frequency, the the number of days, and the volume. I was able to do those two things. Eventually, I would share the things that I found useful, though I'm not recommending that you take them. But I would just like you to, my video should encourage you to take charge of the situation yourself and do your own research, because I realized that endometriosis is individualistic. So my pain levels may not be your pain levels, even though we may have the same stage of the sickness, and my symptoms may largely differ from yours. So you need to know, these are the things that I want to focus on controlling or minimizing or eliminating, and these are the options that are available to me that I can be able to use and take charge with, if you get my drift. So from August the 16th, that was the first day of my cycle, and I was bleeding right up onto the day before yesterday, the 3rd of September. It was heavy. It was like floodgates had opened, and slowly my body was just giving way. My body was just giving way. Like, I felt like life was just leaving me. And one of the things that now in the month of July, I had bled for 9 days, and I was alarmed because it usually would be 6 days or 7 days. So I went to my doctor, and he said, okay, let's just watch it. I'm not going to give you anything, because I mean, you have been trying to, my doctors acknowledged that I've been trying to manage this on my own. So they said, okay, so let's watch. Let's just watch. And it stopped on the 9th day. So I was so relieved, but I didn't know that August was going to be doubly worse. So that means I've been bleeding for a total of 19 days, 10 days extra. And it's like, it's terrible. It was terrible. You know what alarmed me the most? Every time I stand up, my heart feels so heavy, and I was afraid to lie down, lie down horizontally. I have to prop myself up so I could get up to go pee. I could get up to go get a drink or something. and I do light exercises, but I couldn't do any of that. My knees became very, very weak. I had to stand up slowly and sit down slowly because I got dizzy. So I started being very afraid. And I was still taking my supplements, I was still taking my iron, but of course, nothing was, it was like taking these things and then it just flows out of you. You get what I mean? So I knew I was losing so much blood, so I went to see my doctors again, and I did that the day before yesterday. And I had done an ECG recently, and it was good. So I insisted to do an echo because I wanted to eliminate that I had no issues with my heart. And so he did an echo for me. The results showed something called, I wrote it down somewhere, severely abnormal relative wall thickness. Yeah, severely abnormal relative wall thickness. My RWT was 0.77. Now normal, I think the normal range is 0.43 to 0.45 if I'm not mistaken. So my doctor explained that this was serious. I was placed on high blood pressure medication. We do have a history of hypertension in my family. My dad died of a stroke. My mom has been taking blood pressure medications for, she's in her 70s, so she's been taking it for 40 plus years too. Well, her first episode was came from pregnancy. I have never been pregnant, so yeah. So that was that. I thought that was the worst, but the hardest part came. He told me that I need an emergency surgery to remove the fibroid. I don't know if I mentioned this in my past videos. When I done an ultrasound, an abdominal pelvic scan, it showed that I had fibroids, different sizes. The largest is like 15 cm across. So he said I need an emergency surgery to remove the fibroids before my next cycle, which is on the 11th of September. That means I have just 6 days. Like 6 days to have a major surgery. This is a surgery I've been running away from for like 7 years, 8 years. I don't know. And he's saying that they would cut off my navel. So that means I won't be seeing this bad guy anymore. It has a little dent here, and that's where it bleeds from. I don't know if you can see it. And then all of this surrounding tissue hurts so bad. So sometimes I wonder, is the pain a radiation from what's happening here, or does that mean that the endo is spreading here? I really just don't know what's going on. We don't do laparoscopy surgery here, so I don't really know how far this thing has spread. And on my belly button, when it bleeds, I try to clean it with vinegar. I have some vinegar here. So I try to clean it with vinegar. I try to clean it with what is this? The hydrogen peroxide. But the smell, it doesn't last too long. The relief from the smell doesn't last too long because it's blood, and it's right there in that crack. So, and I sweat too when I wear clothing. So I bought this 72-hour whole body deodorant, but it doesn't help. This is peach. It smells really nice though, but it doesn't do anything to stop the smell. So that's been one of my major discomforts. The smell, the pain, the bleeding, and then this protrudes through my clothing. So I can't wear anything Form fitting, I always have to wear something loose like that. And my stomach is distended, so it always looks like I'm pregnant, which is sad and sweet at the same time. If you get me. So I'm conflicted. I don't know if I want a navel reconstruction. Let's start from the beginning. I don't know if I even want to do a surgery, but I don't want to bleed like that again. I've been so careful to avoid surgery all these years. I was hoping just to manage my pains and symptoms as much as possible, naturally. This sudden bleeding just knocked me off my feet. It just came out from nowhere. My doctor said that the fibroid is degenerating. But can it just not go and leave my blood supply alone? Okay, so this is my reality right now. The fear, the uncertainty. I'm still holding on for hope. I'll let you know how things go. I'm going to have a final review today in the evening. I'm going to see all the doctors, the gynecologist, the cardiologist, the anesthesia doctor, the one who specializes in the stomach surgery. I don't know what they call that one. So I wish I could go with someone. I don't know. I'll let you know. Bye. Thank you.